One of the reasons I started this channel is to help others gain some of the psychological benefits that come from making things. In this video, I'll share some of the lessons I've learned recently. I'd love to see your questions or insights down in the comment section below. For those wondering, the background video is part of a wood sword build. Click the link here or down in the comments if you're interested in getting the plans. Anyways, I've been doing a lot of woodworking recently and wanted to share some of the insights I've gained. Some materials like plastic, fabric, or metal are rather homogeneous. That is pretty consistent throughout. Wood, however, isn't. Wood, of course, was once alive as a tree. Paying attention to the wood can tell us a lot about the life it lived. Take the rings, for example. Each one represents a year. During difficult times, such as winter, trees will slow their growth, and that is what creates the denser wood that we see as rings. It's almost like a journal of hard times. While we don't have yearly growth rings, we do carry the lessons and burdens of our difficult times or trauma. Growing research supports the link between past trauma and our bodies. As documented in the book, The Body Keeps the Score, written by Dr. Bessel van der Kolk. Professionally, I work in psychiatry and frequently treat post-traumatic stress disorder, otherwise known as PTSD. I regularly see the chronic effects of trauma. While most people don't have symptoms as severe as those with PTSD, our past experiences do impact the way we all interpret the world. One of the most valuable exercises you can do is to challenge your assumptions and consider other possibilities to your initial reactions. This is actually one of the principal goals of therapy. That is to break down the autopilot reaction between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Our past experiences influence our perception of things around us. If we let them, this can automatically impact how we feel and then behave. Acknowledging this chain reaction and identifying a thought as simply a thought allows us to challenge our own beliefs and biases, which in turn gives us greater control over our feelings and allows us to control our behaviors in a way that aligns with our values. Getting back to woodworking, it's critical to be aware of the wood grain, which in case you didn't know are the wood rings but lengthwise instead of just the cross section. To have full strength, you need to align the forces of your intended project with the grain. For example, with the swords like I'm making here, you want grain that is as straight and square as possible and that runs lengthwise the entire length of the board. Any point that the grain runs off is a potential weak point. When you carve, you have to be aware of the grain. Cutting against the grain leads to tear out, which in bad cases can split and even ruin your project. All right, so here's my invitation for you. Consider what your wood grains are. What are the core beliefs and biases that you may not even realize are impacting your decisions? What burdens do you still carry? And most importantly, what is the direction that your values guide you? If you feel misalignment in your life, instead of blowing past your thoughts, pay attention to the emotional tearback and consider approaching from a different angle to better align your impulses or beliefs with your values. You can do this mental exercise whenever, but I'd encourage you to ponder it next time you're working with wood, and especially if you're using hand tools. Not only will your project mean more to you afterwards, but you will likely feel lighter and more capable in other aspects of your life as well by applying the insights that you gain. Anyways, thanks for joining me today. Please share below in the comment section any insights you gained or questions that you have for me. Happy life crafting!